ever gonna make it? Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Yeah. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking.
Hey everybody, this is Ed from the Whiskey Tangent Podcast with another Whiskey Short. I'm here with Scott.
Hey everybody.
And our friend Gabe.
Hello again.
And we have a little whiskeycation for your mouth today. This is going to be exceptional. It's a treat for ourselves. We're playing off of our Whiskey Madness, the final pour, by having a high-end invitational event where we're bringing together 4 exceptional spirits, high-priced, high quality, and we're going to see in a blind tasting which one comes out on top.
Whiskey Short.
But Scott's going to tell you how we're going to do it.
Right. Thanks, Ed. So we're going to do a little bit different than we did the Whiskey Madness, where we had Anders pour them for us blind, and then we tasted them, and then if we tied, he would taste them. So what we thought we'd do is do what I did at my house. It was a double blind whiskey tasting. Right. And the way we did that is I went on the internet, and I got 12 empty wine bottles.
Right.
They're nondescript. They all look the same.
Exactly.
And what you do is you pour a particular amount of every whiskey that you have into those bottles, so you can't tell by level, and then you mark on the bottom of the bottle the letter A through however many whiskeys you have.
Right.
So you've written down A through whatever. Then once you've done that, you get somebody else to come along and mix up the bottles, and they mark a number on the side of the bottle, 1 through however many whiskeys you have. So that's what we did today. I poured all the whiskeys out to a particular level. I marked them A through D on the bottom. I wrote down which is A, B, C, and D.
Correct.
And then I had Ed go over and he rearranged the bottles and put 1 through 4 on just randomly.
And I didn't look at the bottom, so I don't know which ones were which.
Exactly.
So now we have 4 bottles with 4 whiskeys in it, and we're going to take one at a time, and we're all going to try it and give our opinion. And then at the end, we're going to see which one that tends to be. It's going to be exciting.
Right. So let's talk about the whiskeys that we have tonight.
All right. So we have 3 ryes and a bourbon. That's kind of a blend. We have Midwinter Night's Dram from High West, Little Book Chapter 3 from Beams Venturi, put together by Booker No's grandson, a Hill Rock Expression, the double cask rye, finished in Sauterne barrels. And then we have another Little Book 2, which is completely different than 3. It has no comparison to Little Book Chapter 3 at all. So Scott's going to kind of overview them real quick, and then we're going to get into tasting what we don't know, which will be Whiskey 1, Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, Whiskey 4.
So the Midwinter Night's Dram, just to quickly go over like the stats. So it's 98.6 proof. It's a blend of 2 different ryes, a 95.5 rye from MGP and an 80% rye, 20% malted rye from High West Distilleries themselves. The ratio is proprietary, and we don't know what it is. Little Book Chapter 3 is a blend of Knob Creek, Basil Hayden, Booker's, and Baker's, all barrel strength, bottled at a proof of 122.6. It has a mash bill of 74% corn, 16% rye, 10% barley. Little Book Chapter 2 is a 40-year-old Canadian whiskey and a 13-year-old Kentucky straight rye whiskey at a proof of 118.8. And the Hill Rock is 90 proof and also a rye. Their mash bill is proprietary, but this one was finished in Sauterne wine casks, which makes it kind of unique. They finish all their stuff in something at least.
It could be cab barrel, it could be Pinot.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so Scott and I know these expressions. We've had them.
The wild card is Gabe.
Gabe hasn't.
Well, just from all your descriptions of the 4 bottles we're trying, I mean, I've had none of these so far. So
I'm excited.
I'm already getting excited just to bring an unbiased opinion to all 4 of these bottles. And knowing that I normally wouldn't buy them price-wise, and they're high-end.
Yeah, they're high-end. We bought them for the podcast, basically.
Right.
You only get these like maybe a couple times a year if you can find them.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. So I have no presumptions of what these are going to taste like.
And we're tasting them blind. Bottle number 1. All right, so we have a pen and paper in front of us. So we can do tasting notes if we wish, because we don't know what these are. This is round 1. We're smelling. Ooh.
Well, I'm getting some banana notes right off the bat.
That's interesting. It smells like a rye to me. Like
Yeah.
it smells like a young rye.
I'm getting a little spice too.
Tasty.
I guess we're tasting now, Gabe.
Yeah. Tasty.
Yeah. I'm not going to say I know what this is, but I know what this is.
I'm getting a bitter citrus.
Yeah.
Like a burnt
candy.
orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe what's the liquor? The
Like
orange.
Campari. Like if there was Campari in the glass and then you washed it 10 times and then there's still Campari because it won't go the fuck away. Scott, you're a Campari expert.
I love Campari, yeah. The Chinato fruit. That was the first episode the three of us did together.
The Chinato fruit, which I said
The
was like,
Boulevardier.
I said it was a Dr. Seuss fucking Onceler fruit that you're
Right.
making the fuck up because I never heard of it. I'm like,
And Campari, you said it smelled like an orange's armpit.
right, if an orange had an armpit and had worked out all day, that would be Campari.
This first expression's it's holding on the tongue very well. It's mildly oily.
It's spicy. I'm getting dill.
Okay.
I'm getting clove. It's almost not sweet at all.
Okay,
Like,
I-
I'm getting no
yeah.
sweetness.
I'm getting like a cured meat taste to this.
Wow. Like a savory kind of?
Yeah, savory, like a spicy salami almost.
Ooh, it's strong.
Wow, strong, but it's good.
It's a strong, in your face.
The water
Whiskey.
brought out some a little more subtle citrusy notes.
Yeah.
and a little bit of a sweetness.
A little bit.
little
Very
bit.
tiny. Like,
It brought it back to a lemony taste almost.
All right.
like somebody put one crystal of sugar in your tongue.
Anybody need another little touch of it?
No, I
No, you got
actually have
plenty.
plenty, yeah. Well, I'll
just
guess
me?
who's done theirs.
Oh, just me? Okay.
Knock yourself out there, Ed. Okay.
All right,
right.
let's. Well,
let's-
I haven't finished mine, but you want to try the second one?
I already filled mine and finished mine again. I don't know what you're doing over there. But
I'm actually tasting it.
it's the first drink of the night. Let's step up. All right. So,
Is it
well, no, it's the first on-air drink of the night.
bottle number 2?
So the second whiskey's in the glass, and we're gonna start nosing it.
Man, I'm still getting that rye spice from the number 1. Like that thing
This
stays
has
with
a lot
you.
of heat on the nose.
Oh yeah, it does.
Woo! Oh yeah, this is a high proof one. Damn.
It's coming up and punching right in the nose. And hello, I'm here. I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, God damn! Holy mother of God! When you taste it, wow! It's really powerful. I mean, the flavor is so complex and dense; it just punches you right in the tongue. I know I've said it before, but I say that's one of my catchphrases for something that's really exceptional. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much going on with it.
Gabe's coughing.
Seriously, this is not meant to be consumed neat.
No.
I'm putting this at the 125 and above range. This is screaming for some water.
Yeah, I just took a first sip, and I think if I had
I'm adding
any
water to
kind of sickness, it's gone now.
Yeah. Clears out the
Because-
sinuses.
I just, I think I had a little bit of fire coming out my nose, intense heat on the palate.
It's so floral. Like there's tulip or rose petals or something. Like you walk into a flower shop and that perfume hits you.
This is one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life.
Oh, cherry. I just got cherries.
My tasting notes are wow. And like if I was John Wick at the Continental, this would be the bottle that I'd be sliding the guy the gold coin, you know, like
I heard that they were going to do a TV show about
Yeah.
the Continental, but I don't know what channel. I
right.
forget.
No, it's definitely still in the works. But if I was,
That'd be really cool.
If I was an international hitman who stayed at the Continental, I would have this whiskey.
Gabe, what is he telling? Did he just admit he's an international hitman? He is a Mason.
She
Well, there's a lot
We
of
have to edit
secrecy
that
in the
now.
Masons. I mean, they got the handshake and they got the the hit list.
All right,
and,
you just got all three of us clipped.
Orbital strike.
Right, there's a drone moving in right now.
Well, getting back to number 2, I mean, this is
Thank you, Gabe.
heat on my tongue like I've never had anything before.
Did you put water in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, even still with the
That's it.
water.
Oh, so now I'm tasting peanut butter.
When did Screwball come back in here?
Yeah.
You else need a splash?
Yeah.
Gabe, go ahead, take a splash, Gabe.
No, okay, that just brought out a little bit of Werther's butterscotch there, creamy butterscotch
Nice.
with heat.
Wow. Can we say that the first whiskey was nice, a good whiskey? And can we say that this whiskey beat the living shit out of it, smacked its mother, ate its lunch, and then got in Whiskey One's car and drove away with Whiskey One's girl?
Yeah.
Well, to contradict you, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but for some reason the heat is
It's overwhelming you.
it's taking away from the overall taste of it.
Sure.
But
Way
once
too
again,
long.
we're drinking it in its rawest form, and I hear you.
He had water in
We
it,
added
though.
water in it,
Yeah.
but maybe not enough water.
You think I can't handle my drinks? Is that what you're saying?
No, sir. No, I would never say that to you.
Well, that's good because I can. Little bitch.
random belligerents.
So aggressive.
So belligerent.
And I was like, as nice as I've ever been to him on the podcast, and now we know why I'm not nice.
Let's go, Ed. Let's drop him right now. Come on. Come on. I think you're wrong with your big old meaty fingers.
Hold on, everybody. I did a Fred Booker no, and I did it like a half to half.
Wow.
So, because I've already tasted it neat, I already tasted it with a little bit of water in it. So, what I did was I eyeballed how much I had left in my glass and poured that same amount of water into it. And now I really taste the rye spiciness of it.
Yeah, with the second drop of water, it's definitely mellowed out quite a bit.
It seems to me, because again, I don't know which one this is. I have my guess, but I'm really getting like a rye spice to it.
Oh, do you?
Don't be belligerent with me too. You can't be enemies of us both. You won't be on the podcast again.
I can be whatever I want.
Your episodes will end at 5.
I'm the goddamn Sherpa. I carry this place. Well, not really.
We did 22 episodes. You were on 5, so...
Okay, I'm going to go now.
I can't believe he was on 20% of our episodes.
Well, he was on 3 or 4 shorts, too.
I feel like you're being a little needy right now, but I mean, you're important to the podcast. I mean, I think you gave you a jacket. Like
right over there.
It's right over there. We can see
You
it.
wore it, too, here.
I know. The jacket is classic.
Right. I voted for a gimp outfit and lock him in a fucking chest. And it's kind of like, no, let's get him a smoking jacket.
It's hard to embroider rubber.
It does. That was the main point. The rubber would not take the embroidery well.
This is all completely false. So Ed came to me with the idea about the gimp, and I just vetoed the ball gag. That's all I vetoed.
Right. Then it was the embroiderer who vetoed the gimp outfit.
Exactly.
And said, this really works better on velour.
They were like, okay, fine.
All right, we'll get a smoke.
Whatever. It's fucking podcast gold is right there. Is what that is. Bottle number 3.
So we got the third bottle up here now. Just keep it going regardless of who's feeling drunk. We're not driving anywhere right now. I'm not sure what the problem is, but I don't.
Unnecessary belligerence. It's completely unnecessary. What do you got, Alzheimer's? I mean, Parkinson's? I'm not making fun of
I was
Parkinson's.
going to say, let's just make fun of 2 medical communities out there for no reason.
Yeah, this is the Michael J. Fox small batch.
Oh my God. You're a terrible person.
Anthony Jeselnik said that Charlie Sheen was only on TV because God hates Michael J. Fox.
That's right. That's so right, because he got his job from, what was that show?
Where he was the deputy mayor.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Spin City was a show.
Oh, Spin City.
There we go.
All right, so nose it.
Nosing. Ooh.
Getting a little sweet candy corn, maybe.
Sugar cube, like in the very, very first instant. Then it goes right away for a rye pepper spice.
That's funny. I got the opposite. Like, I got the spice first and then got the sweetness.
This is really good.
Yeah, this is delicious.
This really, I mean, there's not a bad whiskey in the room tonight. These are all $20 a glass when you go out. Maybe,
more.
I know that the Midwinters Hill Rock is going to be 18 to 20.
Yep.
I don't even know you can find the little books anywhere. But if you did, I guarantee they'd be at least $25 a glass.
Yeah, you're probably looking at the high-end Philly bars.
Our flight that we're doing here is like a $60 flight.
That's true. We're doing a $60 flight, boys. That's $180
Exactly.
between the 3 of us.
Right.
This kind of tastes like the first one, but sweeter.
Getting a basic vanilla caramel, but a fuller expression of the caramel and vanilla.
It's still a heavy rye mash bill.
Heavy rye,
from
but
what I can
it's
tell.
delicious
but
with
there's a
some water in
sweetness
it.
to it.
Yes.
And a much more mature flavor.
Man, you guys drink so fast.
Well, I mean, I'm into it, like I swallow and then I want it back in my mouth because I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting. And then before I know it, the glass is empty. And it's not a bad problem because I'm going to have more whiskey. And so we have other stuff to do tonight besides this. So we're drinking whiskey for another hour after this. So don't feel bad for us when we're through number 4. We have a lot more to do.
Sure.
We're recording many things tonight, and this is just one of them.
Right. This is a short, and we're almost at 40 minutes.
We might have to redo the intro and make it an episode. Depending on how long it takes to get through number 4.
Condescending laugh.
Farewell laugh. Everybody knows Anders, our whiskey Sherpa.
You dick.
Anders, look at this jacket we got you. Bottle 4. Finally. God, this is taking forever.
All right, so we've poured our last one. It's not as much on the nose as I expected.
No. Wow, there's almost nothing on the nose.
Yeah, it's very, it's thin.
It's light.
Almost to the point of being an Irish whiskey.
The taste is a lot more complex than the nose.
Definitely.
Thin, sweet. Not a lot of heat to it. It's not lingering very long, to be honest.
I'm getting dill and rye spice. That's what I'm getting. Like, seriously, pickles.
You want some water in it? Because I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of water.
It's rye-like.
It's not lingering as strong as some of the other ones, but it has a bit of a hold to it. It's got some sweet. It's not as oily as some of the first couple ones, especially number 2. Number 2 was very, very strong and hot.
It's not. It's definitely lighter than all the other 3.
And it was interesting that you're saying that, Gabe, because if it's the one that I think it is, it has a 40-year Canadian whiskey in it.
Yes.
And that might be what you're tasting when you keep saying the Irish notes.
Yeah.
You know, in all the tastings I've tried, I've had plenty of bourbons, plenty of ryes. I've had my share of Irish whiskeys. The one thing that's kind of lacking is Canadians. I know that there's Crown Royal. There's a whole bunch of expressions out there that I really haven't explored.
So I think we have to come up with a way to score these. So I think we should put them in the order we like them.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. First place gets 4. Second place gets 3. Third place gets 2. Fourth place gets 1. Ed, what was your order?
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 3. Number 4. Number 1.
2, 3, 4, 1. That's interesting. Ed, I was 2, 3, 1, 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Gabe?
I went 3, 1, 4, 2.
Oh.
Gabe,
You're fired.
how can you possibly put number 2, 4?
I just think that the second one, there's too much spice, too much heat.
Okay.
That took away from the taste of it.
So the one I thought was number 1, you thought was number 4. That's disappointing to me.
No, well, these are all
Your
high-end expressions, and
your
they're
lack
all
of
very
faith.
close.
It's fine. Gabe can like whatever he wants. I'm just saying that.
Kenny,
None of these 4 were bad.
No, they were not.
They were very good.
Like
And-
number
and
1,
it's
I
like-
put number 1 fourth, but I know what I think number 1 is, and it's my favorite of what they do. All right, so now do you have to pause this while we add?
yeah, we should pause it. Calculation time. So we're back, and I made my calculations, and I've
Oh my
determined.
God. Can I just tell everybody what a fucking chore that was? Scott was fine, but we were not helping at all.
No, they were drunk and belligerent. There were a lot of arguments. So we have determined that there was actually a tie between the number 2 whiskey and the number 3 whiskey. However, the number 2 whiskey got 2 number 1 votes versus the 1 number 1 vote for number 3. So the winner is number 2. And number 2, looking on the bottom of the bottle, is C. And C is... Little Book, Chapter 3. The lowest one was bottle number 4. The letter is D. Little Book, Chapter 2.
Right, and that's what I thought it was.
That's what I thought it was as well.
So, and that came in last.
That came in last with 4 points overall. In third place was bottle number 1. And bottle number 1, the letter is A. A is Hill Rock.
Which is what I thought it was.
Me too. And so that means bottle number 3, which came in just a whisper under the winner, is Midwinter Night's Dram.
Right.
I think what we learned here, though, is Gabe really likes the Hill Rock.
Yeah, he liked the Hill Rock.
He liked the Hill Rock a lot. He put it in second place.
And what he said was that the higher proof of the Little Book, which is up there, and Gabe thought that the proofage was a little bit overbearing.
Yeah, it can be.
It absolutely can be. So if he had had it on a globe, let it melt a bit, smoke a cigar, maybe he would have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I mean, typically I would put most of my drinks on a globe.
As do I.
Well, like you said, there's no losers here. It's just a matter of personal preference.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we did it blind.
I mean, I personally think that the Little Book Chapter 2 is better than the Hill Rock, but
You're
that was
wrong.
my choice. And and that's what makes it great.
Right. So to recap, the winner was Little Book Chapter 3. The runner-up, very close, was the Midwinter Night's Dram. The third place was the Hill Rock. And the fourth place was the Little Book Chapter 2.
The good news from this is that the Midwinter Night's Dram and the Hill Rock can be found every year with differing degrees of availability.
Right.
The other two you're never going to really see. If you have a chance to grab a Chapter 3, it came out this year, I'm telling you to do it. It's one of a kind. It's not going to be here long.
Next year it'll be Chapter 4, and we'll tell you all about it.
I'm guaranteed I'm going to drink it. This is Ed.
And Scott.
And Gabe.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We had so much fun in our whiskeycation for our taste buds, and we'll see you next time.
I'm so drunk.